Greetings and peace. What's going on, y'all? So I'm holding the mic because I know my voice is low. I just want to keep this reading in this room, and so I am swaying. My name's Queen Sarita, your host. The website's naturallyhighlife.com, and on Instagram I'm Queen_Sarita. So what do I have here? We've got a reading from the beloved Soba. Soba is an interdimensional spirit guide of mine that guides from afar. I would call them someone who is definitely higher dimensional. They are definitely from another realm other than Earth, and they reside there, and they project a message to me that I get, and I give it to us, and me included. This message is especially for starseeds, for those who have always recognized that they are not from this place, as it can be said none of us are, because we're not these bodies. We are not these human bodies. These are just vehicles that are carrying us around until we leave this place. Right now, it's all about learning lessons, expanding and growing, and prospering in this life, and learning how to be more grounded as a spiritual being as you realize and understand who you are. I'm not channeling right now, but I do feel the deep energy to go ahead and get this message out. I did take some notes before coming on here. The other thing you'll hear is there are 3 boys in the house, so you may hear some noises, background noises, but I've got to keep this message going. The cards we've got are healing, promise of the future, courage. This is from the Lord Ganesha Tarot deck or Oracle deck. My waist beads are in the picture. I will tell you all about those another time. They're very, very instrumental in healing. We also have a cowrie shell here that I always carry with the reading in a glass. That's a skull head for representing the ancestors and honoring them. A heart that came from some flowers that my husband gave me that I just love, and salt. Himalayan salt is in the middle here for protection and for clearing, mostly because protection, if you focused on the goal, your heart's in a good place, and protection's never needed. You are divinely protected by being a divine being. Anyway, you cannot be harmed. So I'm going to pull some cards real quick to see what areas of life this reading is talking about. And I'm going to go ahead and go into that. And even if I have to give Soba's message in the next reading, another video, then I will. But I will explain these cards as quick as possible. Hold on one second while I get the actual theme of this, or the spread, okay? All right, so we're back. So we're looking at friends and family. We're looking at a situation. We're dealing with finances. I'm back. The message of these cards, even before I give you the message of Soba, this is going to be channeled from Soba. But this is an in the moment reading, emergency reading for those who feel like they have a 911 emergency going on in their life now and need some clarity from the stars. This is it. Wake up. Don't you know who you are? We speak to you from far, far away. We twinkle with delight as we see you in your place where you are. You're not limited. But in finances, with friends and family, It really may feel like it's constricted in that area, very much so, because emotions, changes, transformations are sometimes getting the best of the people that you all are right now, and also the people that you are there with and exchanging with. This is a great time of upheaval. Some people feel desperation like no other. You must have courage. You must set your sights on a particular number. You must declare it is yours, and by divine right, it is there and it will be on time. You are the creator of your own experience. You can't get it until you practice it. You must put it into practice. The promise of the future is what this is telling you in this situation. This situation happening right now for you. This situation happening right now for you is telling you that if you adhere to the message, there is a great promise of the future. And it looks extremely bright. You have a responsibility to your ancestors, to yourself, to your lineage, to your spiritual path, to pull up the courage, pull it up, wind it up, and do what needs to be done. Set your sights and do what needs to be done. You are in order. All is in order. All is shifting and changing and looks chaotic. Remember the dark before the dawn. Creation happens in the dark, my dear. Yes. Healing takes place. You're on a journey, on a mission that cannot be avoided. With your family and friends, healing has to take place, but you must speak your truth and do so with love as much as possible. Some people don't know how to do that. Some people don't know how to do that. We're learning. You're learning. As you have courage, you heal. Face whatever needs to be faced at your own time. But the main message today is right, right, right. Some of you have things you need to release. You feel so heavy. You cannot move. It seems so far away. The new future seems so far away. How will you make it? You have to heal yourself because you don't have the energy to do it. Many of you don't have the energy to do a lot because you need to revitalize yourself with water, with good nourishment, balance, balance, balance. Self-love, healing, courage leads to a great promise of the future. You're from nowhere. You're from the stars. You're from everywhere and nowhere all at once. It can feel quite out of sync here and there because you aren't really here. This isn't all that there is. You may not get this message now, but listen to it in the future and you will. The perceived future, that is. All is now. Your friends and family need your love. Here's what to do. Impress more love into the situation, even if you just do it psychically. More on that another time, but send love psychically. Send forgiveness to yourself and them to transmute the situation. As a divine being, you can do that. that nullifies, that is the one law that nullifies karma. Forgiveness. Use it. Send any heavy feelings of burden to your inner being and tell it to transmute it into what you really need in your life now, eh? Tell it to transmute it into what you really need it for now. Even on the vibration of lack, you still thrive. Some way, something is happening. You still have hope. That's a good place to be. There is a great promise of the future. The great news is the future is right now. So Soba says write your heart out and don't give a flip about who will see it. Don't care about who is going to look at it or whatever. You need to be authentically you. Don't get me wrong, you don't need to make it public. You can keep it discreet and find a way to keep your writings to yourself. If you write online, you write on your phone, you put a lock on it so you feel secure. Don't underestimate writing by physical ways, though. Using your hands offers magic. Only you can give the signature that comes through your hands and through your mouth, for you are creating at every turn. Soba says to listen to the past readings where there were angel guidance readings and other readings where Soba left specific messages for you that you may have missed. There is an entire ebook of an angel guidance book with nothing but those readings that were channeled via Sayovia, which is with Soba, my main spirit guide. I say thank you to the ancestors now as I take a break from channeling Soba to tell you there has been no distractions during this reading, because as we raise our vibration, as we change what we focus on, the things that we usually would get, they don't happen. We have the power and the right to do this. Some of the messages that Soba left have to do with journaling on a big time level. Many people have so many things they're walking around with that are heavy, and the first step of any of it is to get clear with you, get straight with you, write it down, and then bless the entire book and then release it. Just release everything that happened in there and begin anew. Rewrite your story. Don't live in what pain and past has happened. I want you, Soba wants you to focus on this light here, which sometimes looks like darkness. But you've got to focus on the things that light up you, that light you up within. Focus on the things that light you up. Let me let you see this card. The peacock in there, healing, prosperity. Have courage, strength, fortitude, strong will. Work on your root chakra, your solar plexus, and your sacral, and even the heart and the throat are in this reading. The intuition is very strong for many of you listening to this, and you're doing readings for other people also. Keep it real with them and let them learn how to do these things on their own. It's a time for people to stop becoming so dependent and learn how to do these things for themselves too. It doesn't stop you from being a student, however. You have the power and right to do these things yourself, and you will, if that's what your desire is. Since I have more quiet, I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of the message from Soba specifically, since I've read the cards. But you all keep your head up, write, listen to your guidance, and Mercury retrograde will be done within a couple weeks. Sorry about that. The top of this mic fell off coincidentally. So, again, I'm your host, Queen Sarita. Website's Naturally Highlighted on Instagram. It's Queen_Sarita. I'm so glad you all are listening and tuning in. Thank you for your support. I always love it. Love you. And now, just take time to give thanks for you and all that you've been through. And also give thanks and honor your ancestors, whoever they are, whatever they look like. Do not be ashamed of them. They've taught you something, and you are teaching us something. It's an ever-evolving circle. We are one, no matter what it looks like. One. Now, the message Soba left specifically and put in underline was something about a psychic manifesting journal, which has to do with, I started one earlier today where you write, for instance, you talk to your subconscious mind, or you talk to your spirit. And why? Because the spirit is this thing that is all energy. It's undirected, or it's undirected power. You have to direct it, and it runs through everything. And so you give it directions and instructions. You can put pictures in your book. You can create a vision board in there, write out scripts, write out affirmations, directions, and then you just leave it alone. You bless it all, and you know it's done. These things will unfold in your life every single week. This stuff happens in my life for me. Certain things that I focus on and intuitively or intentionally focus on, it happens. It's amazing. I have to tell you. And I didn't figure this stuff out all on my own. I've been channeling, and I've gotten messages from spirit, and I've been following those things and testing them and seeing if they work, and they do. So you have to trust it and test it for yourself. The other thing I did recently was I quit a job because I do not have any more energy for that type of work anymore. I'm done with it. I'm only going to do the things that I'm passionate about from here on out, and that's it. Hold on for a minute.